Virgil van Dijk has been one of the most talked about players for Liverpool this season, all thanks to his performances on this pitch that keep getting better as he continues to age like fine wine, but also the uncertainty surrounding his future at Anfield. However, in today's video we have some big Virgil van Dijk news which we will dive into. We will also discuss all the latest Liverpool news from the past 24 hours, including our 5 takeaways from our 4-0 win against Spurs last night. There is so much to discuss in today's video. So as always, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Arne Slot has ruled Trent Alexander-Arnold out for Liverpool's trip to Plymouth in the FA Cup 4th round, and cast doubt over his availability versus Everton. Though scans on Alexander-Arnold's thigh injury confirmed the right-back had avoided serious injury, Slot and his staff are still taking caution. That saw him unsurprisingly left out of the Carabao Cup semi-final decider against Spurs on Thursday night, and the head coach has now confirmed he will not be considered for the weekend either. But providing an update in his pre-Plymouth press conference, Slot also suggested Alexander-Arnold would be touch and go for the Merseyside derby. Difficult to say, he said when asked if his number 66 would be fit for the final meeting with Everton at Goodison Park. It's not going to take months and not even weeks, but that's only 3 days after the Plymouth Argyle game, so let's wait and see if he's available. We also have to look at the long term. Of course, we don't want to take any risk with so many games coming up, but if he's fit, then of course we will use him. Conor Bradley excelled in Alexander-Arnold's place on Thursday night and is likely to be retained for the clash with Championship opposition at the weekend. But that may depend on the outlook regarding Slot's first-choice right-back, with Joe Gomez and Jarell Quansah also able to fill in, while academy fullback Isaac Mabaya is another option. Slot confirmed in his press conference that he will rotate on Sunday, providing those with a shortage of regular game time an opportunity to build up minutes. That should see a start for James McConnell, with Tyler Morton now revealed to be sidelined with a shoulder injury. Now, in some big Virgil van Dijk news, Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has dismissed any suggestions that his future has been resolved after a contract rumour quickly spread online, insisting that it is absolutely wrong. Liverpool's contract saga has been a story intertwined with the incredible start Arne Slot has made to life at Anfield. No one can escape it as no resolution has been found. On social media this week, there were claims that Van Dijk and Mo Salah had both signed new deals with the club, which, as you would expect, earned plenty of attention and reaction. The captain has consistently maintained there has been no breakthrough throughout the season, and it was no different when he briefly discussed his future with Sky Sports on Thursday. "The only thing I'm focusing on is the game ahead of me, and I'm feeling good," Van Dijk replied when asked about his and Liverpool's future. "I think everyone can see that, and what the future brings at the moment, I've got no idea. So anyone who says they know it, they are absolutely wrong. But we'll see what happens." Van Dijk did not need to specifically mention the word contract, but the meaning of his words was as clear as day, and essentially, don't believe everything you read. Everyone, of course, is desperate for positive news on his future, especially after another Colossus performance that sealed the Reds' place in a second successive Carabao Cup final. But our wait continues. As for what lies ahead, Van Dijk reiterated that Liverpool cannot worry about others, saying, "It's about just staying calm, work our socks off, try to show our quality, defend with everything that we have as a team, and focus on ourselves." I think that's the main thing. Don't worry about others, and I think that's the only key to success this season, because you can only influence what we do and not what others do. So let's go for it, enjoy it, and we'll see. What do you make of this? Incredibly worrying that the big man himself has confirmed the rumours are false, that him and Mo have not signed anything, despite them both being arguably our best players this season. Do you think the club will eventually resolve this situation? Or could we actually lose our 3 most important players at the end of the season? Let me know down below. In this part of the video, we will go over the 5 talking points from our 4-0 win against Spurs. Liverpool made impressively light work of Spurs, having gone into their semi-final second leg 1-0 down, winning 4-1 on aggregate to reach the Carabao Cup final. Number 1, a first final for Slot. Wembley. The pre-match nerves were there, of course, but deep down, yet another trip to Anfield South was inevitable given the class this Liverpool squad has. Perhaps unsurprisingly, given the ease with which he has settled in, Arne Slot will take Liverpool to a final at his first possible attempt. He has consistently balanced rotation and quality throughout this competition, navigating 4 rounds of Premier League opposition with relative ease, ensuring Liverpool reach the Carabao Cup final for the 3rd time in 4 years. They will meet a Newcastle side that brushed aside Arsenal with ease in the semi-finals, but have failed to win at Wembley since 1955. Liverpool, meanwhile, have a stellar record at the stadium in recent years. In their last 5 visits to Wembley, the Reds have won 4, last losing in the Community Shield final at the beginning of the 2020-21 season. Number 2, free-flowing football. When Liverpool play such free-flowing football, it is tempting to suggest it is reminiscent of Klopp's early years. But this is Slot's side now, and he has them playing beautifully. Cody Gakpo's clinical finish put the Reds ahead following Mo Salah's direct run, before the Egyptian's penalty doubled the advantage after his own inch-perfect pass found Darwin Núñez, who was brought down. Spurs had to go for the jugular, but gaps were shown, and gaps were taken advantage of. It took Liverpool just 4 touches to move the ball from the edge of the halfway line to the Kop end net thanks to Dominik Szoboszlai's lovely finish. Virgil Van Dijk's thumping header was less aesthetic than the other goals, but throughout the game, Liverpool was smooth in attack, without ever looking like they had to click into second gear. Núñez was his usual energetic self, channeling his aggression into a strong performance full of focused pressing. Salah did what Salah does, whilst Szoboszlai showed again why in the latter weeks he is becoming irreplaceable in an all-action performance. Number 3, Gakpo on fire. Again, Cody Gakpo loves Anfield, and Anfield loves Cody Gakpo. Alongside his compatriot Ryan Gravenberch, Gakpo has perhaps been the surprise of the season, not only through his improved finishing, but in his all-round play. His first half strike moved him to the top of the Carabao Cup goal-scoring charts with 5. It's a competition that Gakpo has loved in recent years. Last season saw him score 4 on the way to Wembley. However, the narrative surrounding the Dutchman at that time was whether Gakpo would be a long-term success at Anfield. Those discussions have been well and truly quashed this season, with Gakpo scoring 10 goals in his last 10 Anfield games. With Núñez's inconsistency, Diogo Jota's injury issues, and Luis Diaz's poor league form, Gakpo has stepped up magnificently in recent months. While Salah could practically score and assist his way to Liverpool's aid single-handedly, having a second forward who is consistently hitting the mark has been crucial, and will continue to be so in the pursuit of silverware this season. Number 4, a fully fit squad, and it shows. Arguably, 4 members of Liverpool's strongest 11 were not included in the starting lineup for a mix of reasons, but other than a slightly scrappy first 15 minutes, there was no sign of this hampering Liverpool. Injuries have been and gone, and with Trent Alexander-Arnold nearing his return, Slot will have a fully fit squad to choose from, with every player doing their best to show him why they deserve a spot. Conor Bradley is unlucky that he has the best right back in the world starting ahead of him, otherwise he would be a shoo-in. The midfield looked balanced even without the brilliance of Alexis McAllister, with Curtis Jones stepping in capably. Alongside Harvey Elliott, Jones has shown flashes again this season, and it is merely down to the quality of our other midfielders that he has seen fewer starts than he would like. In comparison to last season's Carabao Cup heroics, the substitutes were senior players with volumes of experience, and this is a luxury Slot must be delighted with. And finally, number 5, momentum at just the right time. Less than a month ago, Liverpool had drawn to Man United, lost to Spurs in the first leg of this tie, and after a comfortable win over Accrington Stanley, drawn to Nottingham Forest. These were by no means poor results when context was applied, but there were some murmurings from fans and non-fans alike that maybe the Slot machine was beginning to stutter. Since then, resilience has been shown against Brentford, Lille and Ipswich were brushed aside, and the Bournemouth challenge was scoffed at. Now Spurs have been emphatically beaten, those murmurings, questionable to begin with, are well and truly gone. Despite Spurs' struggles, this was a performance that showed the momentum is well and truly in Liverpool's favour as they head into yet another vital period. After Plymouth in the FA Cup, the Reds face Everton, Wolves, Aston Villa, Man City and Newcastle in a tough 5-game run. Yet, it is a run that Liverpool look primed to conquer with a squad that is purring in some. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Liverpool content. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.